What is going on, everybody? I am back. I am back. I am here in my new digs. Welcome to the new Casa Pat. Let me shift this over just a little bit for those of you guys. Welcome to the new Casa Pat. I moved downstairs. Easiest move ever. Easiest move ever. I am Patrick Holloway. I am here to talk 49ers-Bills. And yes, we have a new background. I moved from a studio into a one-bedroom, all for a washer and dryer. And for those of you that don't have a washer and dryer, you have no idea how much it's worth the extra $100 in rent. All for the washer and dryer. And I get a fireplace too. So, and a deck. I'm going to start cooking on that thing. But if you know how this works, go to the For the Niners YouTube page, like, subscribe. Go to Niners North's Facebook page, like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. Go to my Twitter page, like, retweet, follow, do all that crap, because I'm not at the old place anymore. I am sorry that I've been gone for the last couple weeks. It's just been bad. We had the election, we had the move, a few other things, but we're pretty much good. I don't think we're going to be out of any more halftime shows for the rest of the week. Now, let's talk about 49ers-Bills. It's a fun game. It's 14-7. Now, you guys might disagree with me here. I really think the 49ers could have put an end to this real quickly because, first of all, they basically imposed their will on the defense to start. Then they didn't get the first down, got the ball back on the very next play, ran it in, doing a really genius 3-play series from Kyle Shanahan. If they could have forced a stop after that series, scored again, made it 14-0, game's over. Because there's a mental aspect of all this. And that's what they're trying to say. Oh, did they kick the field goal? It is 17-7. Okay. Oh, it looks like they haven't got to halftime yet. Yeah, they're going to make that. It's 14-7 on my side. I thought they were done. It is 17-7. Excuse me, 17-7. I really do think if the 49ers could have gotten 14-0, this would have been a much different football game just because of the mental aspect of it. You might want to disagree with me on that, but hey, that's how it is. How I really do think that if they could have gone 14-0, forced a stop after that first touchdown. Very different ball game. Very, very different ball game. But it's not. And it's a fun game. The officiating, of course, is all over the place, but the Niners have actually not been beneficiary of absolute trash calls. It's just sometimes the worst time. The Bills are a really good team. These are the games where even if they're down, it's how they're down. So they're playing. There's not too many on the miscues. They need to stop rushing for. I don't know who needs to tell Robert Saleh that the Buffalo tackles are kind of good. So maybe try something else. But that's neither here nor there. Let me give some numbers here. Josh Allen. Oh, Jesus. 19 for 23, 236 yards, a rating of 138.4, 2 touchdowns. They don't have an answer for him. On the other hand, but they also are down on quarterbacks too, so that might have something to do with it. Nick Mullins, 6 for 9. 57 yards, 1 touchdown, 121 rating. That seems like NFC Championship numbers, but whatever. Nick hasn't been playing too bad. He had one dumb throw to Jordan Reed down the middle of the field, but whether that was his fault or Jordan Reed's fault is up to you. But other than that, Mullins has been bad. I mean, not much of asked from him. The running game's been pretty good. Jeff Wilson had a Laken Tomlinson shove back, which he turned into a first down, which was awesome. And then Raheem Mostert has 7 carries, 28 yards. I don't know. It's just the running game seemed a lot better than the numbers are telling me, but it looks pretty good. We got a fun ball game. It's 17-7. The Niners are not out of this yet. They get the ball back at the half. They do need to score before this gets out of hand, though. They have had no answers for the Buffalo offense except for a crucial 4th down stop, which was more dumb for Buffalo than anything else. But besides that stop on 4th down, they have not had answers for this defense. Buffalo's kind of moved the field down. They've had some really creative play calling, and the 49ers have had some pretty stupid penalties that they committed themselves. So there's a lot that's going to be unpacked on this. Let's take a look at some of our things here. Let's take a look at our feed. Okay, I got everybody here on the live. A lot of people are joining the live feed on Twitter. Welcome, guys. If you want to, shoot me some questions. B. Mill is the man. D looks slow, and he also wanted to let me know it's 17-7 now. Yes, that is true. It is 17-7 now. Not exactly the most adequate of scores to see right now. Rob Flory says we need some pressure on Allen. No trick runs yet. Would like to see more of Debo used more. Well, the last time they used Debo, it didn't exactly go too well. But they do need to get pressure on Allen. I mentioned this earlier. This rushing 4 thing against Allen on the outside, that's not going to work because, Buffalo's offensive line is kind of good. It's not the San Francisco 49ers offensive line. So they need to do something with the pressure because this is not working. When Josh Allen can point out penalties while he's playing and getting run down, that means you're not doing a good job. Whether that's whatever call it is, whatever. But there was a play where the guy got pancaked. Whatever you want to call it. I think it actually was a good call, to be honest with you. But the guy got held down, illegal contact. While that happens, Josh Allen is running with the ball and pointing right when the incidental contact happens, like throw the flag. If he can do that while the defenders are coming after him, that's not good. He shouldn't be able to point that out. That's bad. Ezekiel Rivera, once again, the refs are horrible. No, they're not. This has actually been pretty good. The calls have been bad. Like, why would you throw it in the situations? But they are the correct calls, and it's been pretty fair down there. So I will actually say the officiating has not been bad in this game. That there are some things wrong with this game. The officiating is not one of them. This has actually been a pretty clean game as far as questionable calls. That spot, the first down spot from Devin Singletary, I thought was perfect, was well done. Kyle Shanahan had a dumb challenge. But yes, Ezekiel, you have a right. They do have 2 holding calls on Greenlaw, 1 on Ward. There is holding, but it's nothing where I'm going to say throw the flag just yet, because if they're going to do it there to us, if they're going to do it in that situation, that means they got to do it on the other side of the field. They're not doing it right now. I'm not really. You want bad officiating, go watch Vinovich during the Packers game. That's bad officiating. You want bad officiating, watch Vinovich during the Super Bowl. In fact, watch Vinovich just referee officiate a game. That's bad officiating. Or Jerome Boger. You want that? That's bad officiating. These guys aren't too bad. They aren't bad. Well, we have another half of football left, but we'll see. Let's see what's going on here. Everybody's joining. Let's see here. B. Mill is the man. Not Kyle's most creative game so far. Everybody and their mother on the first offensive series from San Francisco, everybody and their mother knew they were going to run it right up the middle for four times straight. Now, when they fumbled the ball and got it back on fourth down, which I was like, oh, that's great. They started running it again. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? That was a genius. That series after the fumble, they went run, but it was hurry up, like get to the line, run, and then they got to the line again. And I think everybody and their mother thought they would run a third time. And instead, Mullins just drops back and throws it to Ayuk and touchdown. That was a genius. That was actually pretty good play calling, I thought, because I was like, oh gosh, we're just going to do hurry, run. And then that one, it's just like, oh, I'm going to throw it to you. Here you go, Ayuk. That was creative. I did enjoy that play calling. I really did enjoy that play calling, to be honest with you. Let's see here. Let me look how we doing on the game. Oh, we got the Browns. That was a fun game. If the Browns lost that game, the last 25 seconds, that would have been the most Browns thing ever. But instead, the Browns are going to the playoffs, so it's the most 2020 thing ever. I guess everything's been flipped somehow. Let's see here. Man, you guys are quiet today. Everybody's quiet. I guess they thought that I wouldn't be doing a halftime show anymore since I was gone for a week moving. Let's see here. Let me give you some other stats while we're sitting here right now. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, by the way. I had turkey and just basically stuffed my face for 7 days straight. Receiving, Brandon Ayuk has 3 receptions, 26 yards, and a touchdown. Ayuk's just a beast. If he doesn't catch the ball, it's basically a PI. That's the way I look at it. If he does not catch the ball, it is a PI. That's how it is. So that was kind of interesting. He had a ball where he just couldn't catch it. They just threw the flag. He when he didn't catch it, I'm like, yep. If you throw to Ayuk, he doesn't catch, it's a PI. That's just easy to do. Mike Derby, Robert Saleh has to make some adjustments. Allen's looks like he wants to eat our defense. Saleh does need to make adjustments, and I'm a little disappointed because everybody here knows I'm not the biggest Robert Saleh fan. However, he has really come into his own the last few weeks. That Rams game was a thing of beauty. The 49ers offense played like crap in that game. The defense was what won that game. Pure and simple. The offense was awful until the last final minutes. That's the stuff I kind of bring up with Saleh, as he needs to make his guys better, and he did, because that defense that he has is not the all-star lights out Konami code that he had last year. So that's the stuff that I was really impressed by. This, it's a running quarterback. I don't know what it is with this team, but they cannot figure out running quarterbacks. I don't know if it's because they play the wrong contain. I don't know what the deal is, but running quarterbacks for some reason give this whole scheme a headache. And it's really infuriating because Saleh's now coached, 3 years, and you still don't have a scheme prepared for this? Come on, man. Ezekiel Rivera says we still have issues with mobile QBs. As I just said, yes, we have issues with mobile QBs. I don't know if they're just not putting a spy on there. I'm not watching all 22, so I can't tell you exactly what the problem is. But it's like, you've had 3 years, you still don't have a way to deal with this. Come on, guys. Let's see here. Man, Twitter's quiet today. Twitter is quiet. I have Twitter on my phone, so I've got YouTube and Facebook on this screen, and I got YouTube on this screen, and then my webcam's right there, and Twitter is on my phone, and that's how I'm able to multicast. But let's see. Yeah, it's everybody's watching. Nobody's if you're watching Twitter, at least retweet it. If you're not going to say anything, just retweet it. Let's see, what else do we got here? Yes, Ezekiel, you're right. In a division with Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson, you might want to, pep up your step just a little bit. I mean, I don't know. You've only got 2 running quarterbacks and Goff. They do, in case you didn't know, Washington did beat the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight. Alex Smith with a bloody leg, not the leg that he injured, a different leg, just had all this blood coming down it, beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who would have thunk? I have a dream. The dream was somebody would win the NFC East with a 6-10 record. I don't know if that's going to happen now. I don't think that can happen. I think it's possible. But I had a dream, and I think my dream got crushed today. I think my dream's getting crushed with the Giants too. Although the Giants did beat the Seattle Seahawks, which I live in Seattle. I absolutely love that. The birds are chirping mighty fine today. The birds are chirping. Everybody's happy. I am happy. See, this is the cool thing. I don't have my screen is like over my, so I've got my setup right here for my desktop, and then I got my big screen right there, so I can kind of see if the game's back on a lot easier. It's not. I see some karate guy doing push-ups. Speaking of that, the Monday Night Football commentary hasn't been too bad. Last year, I ripped it apart with Booger McFarland, and who was the other guy that did it? I don't know. It was bad. The Genesis halftime show with those fake music videos, that was atrocious. I'm so glad they got rid of those. I think they got rid of those. All I see now are commercial breaks and them talking about football, making it an actual football show. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk to actually talk about football on a football show? Good job, Disney. Let's take a look more at this. Looking ahead further on the schedule, you got Washington next week, which is why I brought them up. 49ers will have them. That should be fun. I actually wonder if maybe they might, I actually wonder what would happen if Alex Smith was in the Kyle Shanahan offense, if that would be the guy to use. Not that it will ever happen. And Alex Smith is on the twilight of his career, but it was just a thought. After Washington, they have the Cowboys, the Cardinals, and the Seahawks. Pretty much they have to beat Buffalo if they want to stay alive in this. If they can beat Buffalo, Washington, and the Cowboys, that would put them at, I believe, 8. Yeah, that would put them at 8-6. And then if they could somehow beat either the Cardinals or the Seahawks, 9-7, that's a good way that's a respectable finish for a team that's been hobbled by so many injuries. Even if they'll make the playoffs, that's a testament to Kyle Shanahan. Which, by the way, just to point out here, the way Kyle Shanahan's been coaching this team, even if they don't make the playoffs, the fact he's going to have them at 500 maybe at the end of the season with all the injuries, I think that says way more about him as a coach than it ever did taking a team to the Super Bowl, because he's had way more crap to deal with this year. Wait a minute, I'm not the old place. He had way more shit to deal with this year than he did last year. I forgot. I can say 4-letter words now. This is great. Mike Derby, I heard Sherman might be checking out after this year. Yes. The thing is, he's not being a jerk about it. He's not like, I'm out of here, or he's not, stirring the pot. He's being frank. He just says, hey, I see the writing on the wall. There's going to be a lower salary cap. He is in the twilight of his career. The 49ers have I think 40 free agents they have to re-sign. There's just no room for Sherman. I want Sherman. I think he's worth the money as a coach and as a player and a leader. But Sherman's smart, and they were probably upfront with him too and said, hey, this is what's going to happen. And he probably appreciates that. But you've got to look at, the reality thing is Sherman probably won't be back. He's like I think he's in the top 10, number 8 corners. The 49ers can't afford him. They're not going to be able to afford half the roster. Like that the salary cap is going to, honestly, if I'm in the NFL, I just remove the salary cap next year. That's what I would do. But whatever. All right, game's back on. I see replays. I'm waiting to see if there's going to be a kickoff. If there's a kickoff, we will call it. I'm sitting here in this weird, half-done squat. Yep, it's on. All right, guys. I will see you all later. We'll do a preview of the game later. We were talking about this. I would just play some video games. We talk football, but we'll see if we've got some time. Everybody, have fun. Go Niners.